You look at them, they look at you. Eyes are same, change the point of view. You are all the same, they are the special few. You are all the same, they are the special few. Mental illness or illness with behavioral problems is more common than heart problems, cancer and HIV/AIDS. A random survey held in the community anytime would prove that at least 10% of adults have mental illness.
Because it is really a disabling disorder. It is really a very painful disorder. Superficially people sound sane or okay, but inside there is a lot of pain and suffering. Before we rehabilitate any person with psychiatric disorder, they should be fully treated. And by that I mean to say have a treatment with psychotropic drugs or with medicines. The moment they are behaviorally or symptom-wise under control, then psychosocial intervention or rehabilitation comes into the practice.
Psychotherapy is very essential for the assessment and evaluation of mental condition of the patient and deciding the further steps in the rehabilitation process. Along with the patient, the family and other members in his or her social support system should be given necessary counseling. Parental attitudes of comparison and impractical expectations from these patients should be changed by counseling.
In such cases, I think the parents come with them, and we also at the same time counsel the parents and counsel the person how to behave in a social situation. Those kind of children, their teacher and parents, I think we have to take help of teacher also and parents. Sometime I think when I was working with BM Institute, their workshop, we had to take help of driver and conductor also, because they were the one who were making fun of this person, and they would ask him to get down at odd places, and then the child would be totally lost. When we gave them some idea about his difficulty, then they were very helpful. They were very helpful. They would pick up from anywhere. If they see him, without even, if there is no bus stand, they would pick up him. So that attitude change also is required. Vocational capability based on their intellectual level and kind of training they would get. So sometime I think the workshop here, they would also refer some person if they are not able to learn and they want to find out why they cannot learn and what more inputs are required. And sometime what happens that they are already rehabilitated, they are already working, and when they are working they come across some problem, like this telephone booth, or some of them are working there, and many times they have conflict with the customer. Customer might pay less or may not pay or make fun of them.
Various socialization exercises are helpful in developing the overall personality of a child. Cultural activities help in developing communication skills. Various sport activities give necessary body exercise. These kind of activities are also helpful in exploring the skill set and interest of the children, which could further help in their vocational training. Non-governmental organizations like Blind People's Association Ahmedabad play a vital role in rehabilitation of the mentally ill children through a systematic process of teaching the functional skills which are essential to help them live independently.
We try to teach them the name and address writing, which is more functional, because if they can somewhere they can lost, or most of these children they don't have clear speech. So if they can tell their name and address, nobody will understand. So if they write their name and address very clearly, we can recognize from where the child is. Then we teach them culture activities. They participate in all dance programs. Through that we give them physical exercise. Then they learn socialization. They learn communication, everything in one activity they can learn. Like most of the children, they participate in Olympic games for special children. And their all children have their needs are individual. So we have to give them individual training. So 1 to 1 child, 1 teacher, 1 child. So it's very difficult to increase more children. But we have increased centers.
The next is the community. So because ultimately for the workplace, for other activities, the person interacts in the community with the different groups, which includes friend circle, which includes the workplace, which includes other places of maybe marketplace or anything. So if the larger community is aware about the conditions of mental illness, then it helps the person to have a sustainably recovered condition and can live a normal life.
Healthy and meaningful participation of the mentally ill people with their family members, neighbors and other members of the society through social occasions and recreational activities helps in community awareness and acceptance of these people. It also makes them equal, productive and happy members of the society.
If we will think these children will not learn anything, they are useless children, they will not do anything, then we won't be able to do anything.
Government of India, to begin with, took 2 districts in every state under the National Mental Health Program. Now there are 5 districts. As the Government of India approves the districts and they are expanding, and the selection is done probably on the basis of income criteria. They took up the poor districts, but where they had the psychiatric facilities available. So the selection was done by the government and we were roped in for the part of social communication.
There have been great advances in prevention, identification and treatment methodology of mental illness. Interest shown and funds offered by government have made it possible to provide rehabilitation assistance at the doorstep of a common man. Increased awareness and availability of modern equipments and tools have not only made rehabilitation easier but also qualitative and economical.
I strongly feel that this technology, particularly multimedia, information technology, IT, IC, whatever you name it, it's very, very useful, or rather it's going to be useful in coming years if we use it meaningfully. Advanced development of this in this technology, like a touch screen, you touch the screen and images develops. What I have found while interacting with this type of children, that physically they are quite capable of handling many things. What is lacking exactly is the brain power, and to enhance this brain power one needs to design, one needs to work out a configuration, a system configuration along with the multimedia technology, that how best you can do. And as you know, any child, maybe a normal child or maybe a bit abnormal child, but games always attract children. I can give you 1 or 2 examples that suppose the child, mentally challenged children of say 7 to 12 years age group. Now if you impart a good playing scheme, they can play video games, like a video game, touching the screen. Now Carom is an ideal game. Carom, you have 9 black discs, 9 white discs and 1 queen. Now you can put this 9 and 9, 18 plus 19. So they can understand where to strike, how to strike. So direction, stroke, movement, all these things they will learn. And they will understand the difference. 1 9 is this, another 9 is this. And this is the focus, queen. Queen is the focus. Now this is how you can train them. Another good game, one can develop, that is, we have a snake and stare game, very famous game. Now we can develop something on this, you make a flower pot out of this. So you can develop a game where a child, while playing with the touchscreen device, he or she can get a flower, or he or she can get a leaf, and then slowly there is a pot and they arrange.
Let's raise a torch to enlighten these minds. Let's uplift some lives. Let's lend some hands. The future is bright for all of us. Let's show them the hope where the dark tunnel ends.